Right, I deleted the last live because it was too long and it was taking age to upload. I'm not going to be on here long. I did a live about half an hour ago, and yeah, I'm still waiting in the queue. If you see, there's cars behind. That is a Singer sewing machine I picked up for 10 quid at the charity shop. Yeah, that is the back of the queue, and there's the front. As you can see, it's probably about 10 cars in front of me, and there's the car parking lot where we parks. Um, yeah, this car is meant to open at 11 o'clock, but I've been here twice. It's Holcot in Northampton, and the first time I came at 11 o'clock and it was already open, but I think it opened an hour before. And she did say, well, if it gets busy and people are queuing, we open up early. So okay, I thought, okay, then fair enough, which most car boots do. If a car boot says it's opening at a certain time and it's one of them ones where it's basically people are unloading while people are looking around the car boot, they always open earlier. It's only the ones where it's strict, which, you know, they're set up and then it opens, then yeah, their ones are the ones that seem to be the ones that open on time all the time. I think these do set up before it opens, but yeah, they don't. I've heard loads of people say it opens up when it wants to open up, which is not good. It's not good for people who are traveling, and especially if, look, there's loads of people queuing up. I mean, there's a massive queue. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. I don't know if you see. Well, if I turn it around, you can see in my wing mirror. Yeah, see the queue there. Yeah, this is the queue. This is the queue for the buyers. So yeah, great. Got loads of people trying to outbuy me. I hate it. I always get like sort of like reseller rage. You know, like when there's loads of people. I like to take my time and that, but I feel like I have to rush when there's other people around. I know what everybody looks for certain things, but yeah, it just seems like, are these people resellers or are they just looking here for a day out? Because I think they're all resellers, because people who are just going for a nosy and that wouldn't really get up at this time. Well, they probably would, saying that. Well, they obviously know about this car boot opens up at certain times because, hello, Carol, because they wouldn't be queuing up, would they? So no one knows when this car boot opens. Right? It has a time of 11 o'clock, but no one trusts them. It opens at 11 o'clock because you would have a queue probably 10 to half 10, and then yeah, maybe that will be the time when people start queuing up. But yeah, the queue's getting bigger now. I think they will have to start opening up. I don't know how many car booters are actually like set up, but there's, it's not like they need to worry about the parking, because there's plenty of room for parking. It's just it goes down quite far, and you could probably fit about 50 plus cars in a line, and it wouldn't affect the road still. So they know they need to probably start letting people in when it gets to a certain line, and that's what I think they do. They wait until a certain amount in the line, and then they do, because obviously they can't have the like people parking and waiting on this road, because if you've ever been here, it's like a little village you go through, and it's really tight, and the road's really tight, so you can't really have cars parking outside this field because the other cars wouldn't be able to drive past. But I'm hoping, I've got like 100, no, I've got about 240 quid on me. I'm hoping for a really good car boot. Obviously, this video will be out tonight, but I'm hoping this is going to be one of my best car boots ever. I'm going to be say it's going to be one of my best car boots. So this is me doing it live saying I think I'm gonna have one of the best car boots ever in my career. Probably jinx it. I probably won't get anything. But people who are watching it live, you were like, yeah, you didn't do a very good car boot today, and that's how it is. Sometimes I will show bad ones. Some people don't show rubbish car boots because they feel like they won't want to show them not picking up much. And I like people who don't pick up much because it shows their obviously the real side to like reselling. You know, you can't go to a car boot and expect to pick up loads of good stuff every single time. It just doesn't happen like that. It doesn't, you know. I hope it opens up sooner than later because I've got to go and pick up my son at 3:15. So yeah, because I've travelled an hour and 20 minutes to get here, an hour and 20 minutes. So I've got to make sure I got at least an hour and a half to get back. So I need to leave here definitely 1 o'clock, I would say, just to make sure 1 o'clock. So if it opens at 11, I've got a couple of hours, which is still loads of time. It's loads of time. Well, I'm gonna do a few laps today. This is probably gonna be a very long video. I'm gonna try. I don't want to make it too long. I feel like it gets boring after a while, but I will try and make it long but interesting. So you can see what it's like about doing a live sort of thing. Early about the video. I'm thinking about maybe I'll do maybe starting lives while I'm at car, but it's also a bit tricky to do that because I'd have to get another phone to do all my streaming on and all that lot, just to see what the views would be like on a live. So when I go to a car boot, you see everything I pick up, and then obviously then that night I'll be doing a edited version of that. But yeah, I need a good data plan for that because I won't be using it for phone calls or anything like that. It'll just be using it for streaming, and that's what like a lot of big YouTubers do when they're on streaming. They just have a phone and they just go around. They don't get bored, mate. I don't know. I've watched some of the other ones, people I know, and if it's over like 30 minutes, I don't know if I can be. I can't be bothered watching anymore. I, I don't mind it if it's going around looking at things, but when they drag it out by walking down the aisles, well, I don't even. What do you call it? It's not an aisle, is it? It's not a lane. What do you call a car boot aisle? It's not an aisle, is it? Because well, it is an aisle, but it's not. Put your comments down. What do you call it? Is it an aisle? Is it call it a lane? But you know what I mean when you have that walking down and then you're just sort of like they're looking at the stall and it's just like they're not moving, and I'm like, come on, move, do something. And it's like 10, 20 seconds of them just standing there. Obviously the person's looking at things, but I cut all that out because I feel like that's not necessary in a video. But yeah, this one's going to be a long video because I'm going to go. What I usually do is I go around quickly first. So I go up and down the lanes, aisles, whatever you want to call them, and then that's my first scouting. So I don't really go through rummaging everything because I want to see what's in the lanes. So I'll go up and down quickly, but I see anything that pops out quite, quite pops out like obviously to me, and then when I get to the top or the end of all the car boot, then I go back on myself and take my time, rummage around in certain boxes, obviously look on the tables more. I will look on the tables when I do my quick like lap of the car boot, but I don't rummage around boxes unless I see something pop out, I feel like if you take your time, you probably could miss something. So like if you're the first store and you're taking your time, the next store might have something better. And yeah, you're never going to get every single item. There's always going to be people are going to get items better than you. Some people want to pay more than you. So say for instance somebody's selling an Xbox 360 for like 20 quid with like 6 or 7 games. To me, I wouldn't buy that because it's not worth it, because I don't sell for much more, you know, unless the games are really good and like worth more than the actual Xbox. But somebody would buy that, you know. Uh, Certain people look at clothing, and obviously you can't you can't go around the car boot quickly at clothing. I will have a look at clothing as well today if it looks good, you know what I mean. Uh, I do want to get some clothing today. So, and also for people who commented on my last video saying that, shut up, you know what I mean. I didn't. I took it off the stall before him. He was behind me, looking. Like where they're prowling behind you, waiting for you to put it down. In front of me was like some really nice cocky. I put it down first where there's a gap, but it was to the side of me, and I just wanted to see if it was open. And then I needed to check how much it was. She wanted £10. I don't mind paying £10 for something like that, but with Airfix models, they range so differently. That if that was a 20 quid item, I wouldn't have even bothered, because there's no point. There's no point for me buying. I wouldn't buy something for 10 quid to make 20 quid, because I won't even make 20 quid after fees and all that. So I wanted to see if that was worth about 30 quid or more. I'll buy it straight away. I wouldn't even haggle because it's brand new. I don't haggle when it's brand new stuff, unless it's like stupid amount. If they want something that's like for 40 quid and it's worth 60 quid, I would never ever buy that. But yeah, I put it back in its place. My phone straight away. He grabbed it, and then I was just gonna leave it. I wasn't gonna do anything because I price. I priced and £8. I went, you know what? You've messed up there, because you 10 quid straight away. I couldn't say anything about it. I was wanting it, but I didn't say anything. So I thought, you know what? I'm gonna just not say anything. And he said £8. I mean, he was definitely a reseller. I don't mind. I give people the chance to buy stuff in front of me. I'm not rude. I'm not a person that goes into car boots. I'm not a person like that. I will stand back. But if there's something that I'm looking at, I would always say, well, if there's somebody was looking at and grabbed it, and I saw them like checking their phone for something, I wouldn't go and grab it off them, if you know what I mean, because I think it's rude. You obviously know that person's buying it. I usually, I've done it before, where I go, "Are you buying that, mate?" And if they say yeah, I'm just checking prices. I said, oh, okay, then I'll let you off, because they might be stingy. They might not want to pay. I know some people who they've literally, and it's usually the foreign people, where they haggle a penny, and I basically, has he just got a carpet? And I basically go to look at something, and then this person will go, how much is it? And they'll be like, £5, and they'll go, £1, and you're like, stupid idiot. So I just go, I'll have that, because they're not going to sell it for cheap. That's okay. But I've seen people where they've literally, and they've done it to me. I've got the item in front of me, and they've grabbed it, and I'm like, oi, because that's different. Because I put it back, it doesn't mean that I wasn't having it. I just put it there because when I picked it up, I was there by myself, and then when I started looking at it, because I opened it up in front of him, he was there, behind me. I could sense he was there, and I didn't even look, but I knew he was there because I could hear him breathing. And it was funny how literally the second I put it back, he grabbed it, and he lowballed her. She didn't want it. I think that annoyed her because she knows how much it went for, and she even told me it goes for about 28, 30 quid. And I said, it's worth it, isn't it? It's worth it. You know, if you're, I could sell that, and I can make 30 quid. I could sell it for 30 quid. So I'm going to make 20 quid profit. If I sell it on Vinted, I'm going to make 20 quid profit. And I just wanted to check it was, because I've picked up Airfix models before, and they hang around if they're not very sought after planes. That was a Lancaster bomber, which I've known. I'm not a plane expert, but everybody's heard of a Lancaster bomber. It's a very famous World War plane. But I wanted to see if it was worth it. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And that's all they do. If you're ever thinking about doing YouTube or anything social media wise, you're always going to get these people. It doesn't matter what you do. I could go and give, right, if I had 10 million quid on me, I could go and give 10 million quid to a charity, and they'd be like, "No, you didn't give them much, did you?" So they've got no lives. God help it. If they got a missus or fella or whatever, if they got in any sort of relation, I feel sorry for the person they're with, because all they do is go on and moan at people. I don't know if they do it to others, and I don't know why they come to me as well. I'm not an easy target. If anything, I'm the one where they probably would, if they saw me in person, I'd probably kick off at them. Uh, you know what I mean? Where some people just ignore them. I'm the sort of person where I would kick off. I'd love to meet one of these. Just to say to me in person, kiss my backside if they saw me in person. You know what I mean? In the end of the day, you don't realise that it's a lot of work doing YouTube. It's actually harder to do YouTube than it is to do reselling. I think it is, because you spend a lot more time doing something, and you don't know what the outcome's going to be like in a video. You know, with reselling, you sort of know I'm going to get that. I don't know when it's going to sell, but I should get that money. You know, with YouTube, you could do a video, and you could think it's the best video in the world, and no one watches it. But if I just put something like, I got attacked, like I got attacked at a car boot, which I did. Oh, you lied. Oh, you clickbait. No, I did get attacked. I got attacked by loads of like little flies and midges, because I was wearing a bright luminous yellow top. And yeah, just because you're putting attacked in something doesn't mean you're getting in a fight. You can get attacked by a cat. You can get attacked by anybody, can't you? Hello, Chris. How are you? They crave reaction and acknowledgement. So it's not about being an easy target for a troll. Yeah. Do you get trolls, Chris? Do you get trolls? Because you're quite placid, aren't you? You're a bit different to me. I'm a more. That's why I think people either like me or not, because they think it's like psychopathic reseller that I'm gonna kill everybody, but I'm not. I'm actually decent. I'm actually a decent person. I just stand my ground. You know what I mean? You know, I don't believe in bullying at all, and I don't. If it's a person you meet in person, or um, another, I just don't see why other resellers have to be like so negative to other resellers, or not like them, because they have a certain way about them. You know what I mean? I've met resellers, and some of them are complete and utter idiots, and then you get other ones which are just nice, and then you get other ones who love themselves so much, feel like, oh well, because they've got what, a couple of thousand subscribers, and they think they're God's gift, and it's weird. I don't get why I like it. I wonder if I like that person. I don't talk to anybody. So if I saw Chris in a car boot, I'd go up to him, and I'd say hello and all that lot. And then it would be, what is the reaction of Chris like? Is he a person who ignores people? Is he a person who talks to you? And if I get, and that's it. Is that it? Very nice person, are you, really? But in the end of the day, we're all in the same game, and we can help each other. You know, there's always got to be something that I know over somebody else, and there's always got to be somebody that knows more than me. And it's also stuff like you're always learning in reselling. It's not just about picking up items, but I might pick up something today at this car boot that no one ever thought about, and yeah, everybody else then will start picking it up. It's weird. Hello, Buster. Loads of idiots. I reply to their comments and then block them and try not to give them it. Yeah, I have blocked them. When they start going personal, I do block them. When it's just idle rubbish. Like I said before, I don't know what you're doing, Chris, but like I said, you can't please them. It doesn't matter what you do. But the one thing they never seem to comment about is when something good happens, you know what I mean? You have a really good car boot, pick up loads of items, make lots of money, potential money. They'll never ever comment on that, or they'll say, oh, why did you give them £5 for that? Why didn't you offer more? And I'm like, you can make like £100 out of that or something like that. And I'm like, well, that's what they wanted, you know what I mean? But guys, I think people are getting let in now, so it's coming to 9 o'clock. So guys, this video will be out later. All right, so thank you for watching. I'll see you later when you see the Holcot car boot.